Hello, today's Bible study comes from 1 Corinthians 11th chapter, verses 33 through 34, which ends chapter 11 in Paul's conversation in regards to the supper. And it reads as follows in verse 33. So then, my brothers and sisters, when you gather to eat, you should all eat together. Anyone who is hungry should eat something at home, so that when you meet together, it may not result in judgment. And when I come, I will give further directions. Paul right here is ending the conversation. And he says, look, brothers, when you come together to eat, wait for everybody to get there. But if you are hungry, that type of meal, eat at home, lest you come together for judgment and rest. The rest I will set in order when I come. And he's saying, wait for one another. It isn't good manners. You know, we always say, wait till everybody's seated before we eat. And it shows respect, it shows love, it shows courtesies. And he's saying that. And if you wait for one another, then everybody should get enough to eat. And instead of y'all being gorged or some not getting anything. Some of you being greedy, some of you not having much. But he does say, if anyone is hungry, let him eat at home. Don't get greedy at the common meal at the church, because it could mean somebody else is not going to get a portion. Somebody else is going to go without, and we don't want that. When we come together, we want everybody to come together and everybody to be fed. Excuse me. If you are hungry, eat at home. Lest you come together for judgment. And this judgment can start off really simple, because the first thing you talk about when you say greedy is selfishness. That's what happens. Somebody's overindulging. And when somebody doesn't get a piece, and you've taken away from somebody. Um, and the Corinthians, you know, they were bringing this judgment from the Lord on themselves. They were doing these things just for food alone, not for, this was just for food. So Paul is trying to make this clear to them. It's not worth it to do that. Don't do this. And then he says, and the rest I will set in order when I come. Um, Paul said, I didn't cover everything here. I didn't talk to you about everything. And there is some other things I got to tell you. But that's for a different time when you see me again. Um, but he says, and the rest I will set in order when I come. So in my mind, Paul is telling them, when I show up, maybe when even if a representative of his was to show up, um, he will set it in order. So Paul is telling them that there is a time that I will show up, and we will set these things in the order when I get there. Amen.